What is up, my pizzas? Cory, Vincent here, and this is a new episode of Video Game Bang, 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 Bang.
We can just add the echo effect in after.
You know how this show is with post-production, David? Come on, there he is, David Webb.
That's true. What's going on, everybody? Happy to be here. Today was a really good day for me.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
It sounds like you've been in a really good mood. Tell us what's up.
I corrected Emma twice today, so it's a big day.
And did she acknowledge defeat in both instances?
No.
Because it's one thing to catch someone slipping, but it's when they actually admit it is when it counts.
Here's the thing for me. Is
I just don't care.
Is she knows what she did, and she knows that we know what she did. And
I'm going to let you finish that bit. It's Emma's turn. Emma, what do you... Welcome to the show, everybody. Emmaskies.
Hello. This podcast sparks joy, so it can stay.
Hey!
Are you sure
believe you
that?
Can we Twitch clip that? She admitted that this show sparks joy.
Are you sure
It was
a bit that?
It was for the bit.
It was for the bit.
It was for the bit.
Yeah.
You know, part of every bit is true.
Yeah.
Oh.
Next time you have a really weird bit, I'm going to throw that back at you.
When have I ever had a weird bit on the show? In fact, you know,
take this one, Emma, or you want me to take it?
I don't even know what we've said it so much. I don't know what the word bit means anymore.
It's a spark
Mr. Howard
joy.
123, there he is right there. That guy has history with VGB. He's been listening since probably the very beginning, and he put out a tweet today that said, I started listening again because they did Bitch You Guessed It.
Wait, hang on.
Dead serious, it's on
50-50,
Twitter.
Whether or not.
No, it's 100% true.
Yeah?
He'll admit it in chat. Yeah, he's an old school fan. He was there back when our first appearance with OG Mako, when we had Ashley Birch on the show.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Also, Curtis Fisher. What's going on, man?
Oh, man, you know, just glad to be alive since 2019 has been trying to kill Emma and Webb and me. So, you know, it didn't take us down. We're still here.
We made it.
We made it through. And,
You're next, Cory.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's Final Destination. It got all of us. You're next.
It follows.
So we were late, obviously. I apologize to the people who are watching the show in the Twitch chat. Normally we started like an hour ago, but since it was the first time VGB was able to get together, and since we are all procrastinators, we had to do our annual VGB meeting where we sat around and kicked around ideas on how we could make the show a better experience, how we could start putting more stuff on Patreon, what events we wanted to go to and cover. So super productive time. I appreciate your guys' patience, but I want to extend the same offer to you guys. You guys know where we're at on social media. You can find us on Twitch, send us DMs anywhere, and we want to hear what you guys would like to hear or see more of on the show, and maybe we'll start incorporating it into future episodes.
Are we doing that? Is that going to keep happening?
Yeah. That's like my thing today. All right, Emma. See, I have a bit every day, and
you get one more. You get 3 every time.
Do we even explain the joke?
Whatever your bit is for the day, you get 3.
Do we even explain why we're saying bit?
Don't worry about it.
No. Do we want to talk a bit?
I feel like I almost feel like we have to now, but actually, no. That'll be the mystery of the show. You guys have to follow Emma on social media and dig through her timeline to find out why this is funny.
Or dig through mine because I have it pinned.
There we go. If you guys are listening to the podcast through any of the great podcasting platforms, just know we do this show live on Wednesday and Saturday nights. That's Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Pacific time and Saturdays at 9 p.m. Pacific
Nailed
time.
it.
On the dot. I'm calling it for the rest of the year. We're going to start every show on the dot. And you can interact with us. You can follow us. You can subscribe on there. And what we're going to start doing is one thing we do want to do is in the after shows start playing games with fans and listeners. So if you listen to the show, you like the podcast, you could join us over on our Twitch channel, become a subscriber, and then after the shows, we're going to start playing games like Mario Kart and Smash Bros. and stuff like that. So we're going to be doing some fun things here in 2019. But besides that, our sponsors. David, why don't you take the sponsors this time?
We are sponsored by Energy Esports, Vastgg, Mainframe USA, and Oblivion Comics and Coffee for all of your comics and coffee needs.
I was just there today, and guys, I bought a $30 comic book.
I bought $30 worth of comic books.
What was your $30 comic book?
I bought the Guardians of the Galaxy 1 that just came out. Yeah. I saw it on...
Penny.
What?
$30.
There's another number 1 for Guardians of the Galaxy. I feel like they just had another number 1 like not that long ago.
Oh, I have another number one that I'm gonna tell you guys about too, but I'm gonna let you finish your story.
What? I don't think we want to go there. Patreon.
No, that would be if I said I have a number two. I'm gonna tell you.
Anyways,
Guardians of the Galaxy, is that the one with the retro cover?
No, yeah, the black and white. It's black and white.
Oh, it's black and white.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know. I just looked at it and the artwork appealed to me.
Who's the
It
artist?
drew me in. I don't even know.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't know comic books like that.
The artwork's so good, he has no idea who did it.
There's plenty of things. There's plenty of songs on the radio where you know every goddamn word, but you couldn't tell me who did it. Right?
That is true. Wonderwall, for the longest time, I could not remember the name of the band. Oasis.
There you go. And now you know. I don't have that
Step
sound.
back off that
I don't
ledge.
have that sound effect.
So, I bought a Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man #1 the last time I was there.
Okay.
And I was really confused because I'm like, how many damn comic books does Peter Parker have? I mean, I understand you got like other Spider people, but this is Peter Parker's Spider-Man. And I read it. It was good.
Nice.
And at the very end, it was like a whole like essay from like the editor, and he's like, I bet you're wondering why we have yet another Peter Parker. We already have Amazing, and we already have Spectacular, but why another Peter Parker? So it's cool because this is going to it reminded me a lot of Spider-Man Homecoming, where like in the beginning, he's not like going out into Manhattan. It's his neighborhood. He's like protecting his neighborhood. And that's what this comic book is. It's focusing on not the entirety of New York, him helping his neighbors. Like within
Just
like
chilling in
his
Queens.
Queens area. Yeah.
You know, I think that the typical everyday person who absorbs content in 2019 by now should have a very, very good understanding of the multiverse. Between Rick and Morty and now Spiderverse.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's just becoming a kind of almost a common plot.
I wouldn't say that it's any casual viewer, though.
Okay.
Because I think it's harder for us to take a step back and realize that some people just watch this stuff super casually and don't understand anything. Like, I actually had a conversation about the Far From Home trailer with a bunch of people who don't follow comics and movies and stuff the way that I do. And they were all pissed. They're like, I can't believe they put this out. Now we know Peter lived. Like, they were mad. And I was
really?
Like, and I was like, well, they put set photos out months ago, and 2 years ago they greenlit the sequel, and like everybody knew this. But it's like I had to like take a step back and be like, some people don't follow this news. Some people they're like, oh, this movie's out now. It's been out for a few weeks. I'll go see it. And that's how they consume all of these movies and all of these comic book things.
Yeah. Yeah, and to be honest, like Spider-Verse did a great job of explaining what a multiverse is with very little like time spent on it.
Yeah.
Like Rick and Morty basically had to dedicate the first 3 episodes to make people understand how portals and cross dimensions and stuff like that.
And then you had the episode where they completely ditched one dimension.
Yeah.
And they're in a completely different dimension now.
So the audience member has to know that as a part of the key plot of this is they are in a completely other world where it's fucking crazy. I think nerds are definitely getting more like this is just kind of a motif. I guess because I guess we've always known what it is, but it just seems to be a more common thing now.
The other thing too, speaking of comics too, they restarted Miles Morales Spider-Man. And I was talking to Laura about it. She was saying that it was either the writer or the artist. I'm pretty sure it was the writer. The writer left and went to DC.
Brian Michael Bendis.
Yeah. So then they were like, okay, well, I guess we're just starting over. So they started Miles Morales Spider-Man. But the covers I got were really cool because they were like Black Band, Stan Lee, 19,
oh, nice.
Whatever. So and then like you open it up and like the first like couple pages are black and then there's like a portrait of him. So this is cool. I like this.
All this to say, go to Comics and Coffee over at Oblivion in Sacramento, California. But yeah, let's do this. That is, of course, the Emma's Telling the News theme song. Wait, what'd you find so funny?
That was the best segue. Let's do this, Emma.
Well, I mean,
Good God.
This is the best and worst segue.
I rearranged the soundboard yet again, and so now I lost everything. So everything I thought I knew where it was is gone.
Corey gets drunk at night. He rearranges his soundboard.
I'm like, you know what I need to do right now at 1:30 a.m.? I need to rearrange that goddamn
and the
soundboard.
next day, damn it, drunk Corey. You did it to me again.
God damn. Emma, I know it's been a crazy week in the news. What do we got this week?
Well, sticking with the theme of these movies, Oscar nominations came out.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
And I'm not going to spend too much time on this because I know that I think I'm the only one here that's like super into award season. But there are two movies in particular that we have to talk about, and that is Avengers Infinity War and Black Panther.
They both got noms?
They both got noms.
Got them noms.
What did they get them noms for?
So Avengers Infinity War was nominated for Best Visual Effects.
Okay.
Pretty standard.
Yeah.
Black Panther was nominated for 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
That's
there
dope.
we go.
Which is the first it's the first comic book movie. It's the first superhero movie to get that nomination, which I'm still salty about The Dark Knight, but whatever.
It's fair.
Yeah. I think so. Just sticking with the Best Picture for now. I'm pretty sure there's like 112% it's not going to win.
But the fact it was nominated.
I think it was nominated so people would stop calling the Academy racist. I think the Academy doesn't give a shit. The Academy hates superhero movies and sci-fi movies and action movies.
I want to go to the Academy.
When has the Academy ever been afraid of being called racist, though? Like, is this like
Because
they
it's
just
gotten
decided
really,
to start
really
this
bad.
time?
It's got like, what was it, 2 years ago was hashtag Oscar so
Oscar
white.
so white.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was kind of like the catalyst. That
Yeah,
kinda
it's
got
gotten
us here.
bad. And like every time people talk about the Oscars, they're like, oh, here's all the white people. Or
Right.
even, not even that, but like the sexism. Like Natalie Portman was the one presenting for Best Director last year, and she went, and here are the all-male nominees.
You know it's
in this
bad when
category.
she, on the stage of it, drops the bomb like that. Yeah.
So I think they want to be a little more, they want to appear a little more progressive, which I think is why they gave the nod to Black Panther. Not that it's not deserving of it, but I think that's why the Academy did it.
And in their mind, they're like, it's a twofer. Because we get to like appease the comic book movie people
Right.
and
Yeah, people of color.
And, yeah,
We're
and
not
they get to
racist.
be like, oh, look at us, we're still relevant. We're nominating movies you actually care
instead of
about.
holding their monocle.
Which is people's usual
Let's say
reaction
you'll
to.
be-
But who are we to judge their intentions? We don't know that that's true. Maybe there's some really hip cats that just got the promo and, you know, they started nominating the right movie.
We
They-
don't.
they all
but
have monocles.
Here's an interesting fact, though, because I saw,
Cultural
I noticed this when, because I'd seen people talking about it. So, this is, I think, one of only 2 movies in the last 10 years that got nominated for Best Picture, but not the other major categories
Best
like Best
Director.
Director, Best Screenplay.
Oh,
Yeah.
So there's some facts
Right,
behind.
and the only other movie that got nominated for Best Picture without having Best Screenplay or Best Director was Selma by Ava DuVernay.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's a bad history.
right. Yeah,
That's rough.
Yeah. So it's funny that they're going for. I mean, I guess, you know, a lot of people feel, and we feel maybe that they're going for optics, but I don't know. They're kind of in a spot where it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't, a little bit. And when you're in that deep, it's just going to take time. You know, I mean, this is something that they do once a year, so they're not going to be able to flip the switch and like change their. I'm not saying that they won't be able to make the right decisions overnight, because, you know, to make a decision that is a in the moment thing, but to appear, you know, that they've turned the corner, it's going to take a little while.
I think the Academy is still made up of the same people it was made up of
Yeah, exactly.
however long ago. Like they obviously induct new members in the Academy all the time, but it's still largely made up of the same industry, the same people.
Yeah.
And now they're just going, oh shit.
Yeah. The
Like
old
we
guard.
still hate these movies and we don't think they deserve awards.
Yeah.
But we need people to think that they do so that we can continue to have this, because the more people don't like the Oscars, the lower the ratings drop, and they're going lower every year.
Yeah, and if you think about it, like if these are the highest grossing movies every year, that means that they have some of the largest audiences, and if you're not putting them on your main pedestal, then those people who, you know, who went to go see all those movies, like that many more of them are not watching your Oscars.
If you ask, what proves your point is like I'm as casual as it gets when it comes to movies, and I wouldn't be caught dead watching any Oscar thing, because when I was younger, the things I liked were never on there.
Right.
It was always like, oh fuck, Best Picture, where the fuck is that? Where's Toy Story, bitch? You know, like
Toy Story was nominated. I think Toy Story won Oscars.
I mean, not the ones I wanted.
Also, on that note,
okay, I overestimated my Tommy Boys and
there you go.
and Talladega Nights and the movies that I love. I'm a casual. This isn't meant for me.
I am excited to see how it goes. I'm excited to see its other categories, because its other categories I think it definitely has a shot in. So it's also nominated for Best Original Score, Best Costume Design, Best Sound Mixing, Best Sound Editing, and Best Production Design.
So Ludwig, who, I forget it. I want to say it might be... It's something Son. It's a Swedish name because he's a Swedish person. And we can fact check and look up his last name. But he was also the person that produced the Childish Gambino album. Was it? I think it's called "Awake My Love." It was like the old George. It was like the Parliament Funk album that had.
I think he helped him with
Awaken
Because
My
of the
Love.
Internet too, though. Because he's got that bar in there where he says
about Ludwig.
Yeah,
he probably did. I hate Because of the Internet, so I've just lobotomized it out of my mind. But "Awake My Love" is a really good album, and Redbone, the main song. Yeah, and there's actually a video online of Ludwig doing that, but he did the score for Black Panther, and he's doing the score for something else. It's
good. The music in that movie is fucking good.
Yeah, his scores are incredible. Yeah, absolutely.
And lest we forget it, Into the Spider-Verse is nominated for Best Animated Movie, and if it does not win, I will be sufficiently pissed off.
Do we know the other?
The Academy.
Do we know the other ones? Because those are the ones. The things that I vaguely knew about were usually cartoons, and they'd always lose to some shit from Europe I never heard of.
Well, and that shit sucks because the Academy doesn't care about animated movies. People in the Academy have been quoted saying, "I didn't watch any of these. I just voted for the one my kid liked."
Oh, wow.
So basically, when you're in the Academy, you get to vote on everything. Well, you get to vote on most things that are open to everybody. There are certain ones, I think sound editing and sound mixing are you can only vote on them if you're in that position. But for animation, it's open to everybody. And you don't have to vote. You can vote, but you don't have to. But they just vote for whatever. They're like, I heard of this Disney movie, so I'm going to vote for this one. But I didn't hear of this indie movie that was fucking phenomenal and got fantastic reviews and was a great movie and was fantastic animation. But nobody heard of it. So the Academy doesn't give a shit.
That's very disheartening that they approach these Oscars like I approached a math test. I don't know, some numbers, some shit I never seen. That one looks right.
It looks like it might be right.
I guess anything can be. I'm sorry.
No, go for it.
I guess anything can be old hat after a while. These guys, these guys and gals are, likely mostly probably dudes, have held these positions for so long. Some of them are tired of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like what we said. Kind of to your point. If it's people that are in the same generation, growing up and watching the same things, then there's a little more. Their sensibilities are a little different, but it's the old guard. So the old guard's going to keep going for what the old guard wants until the changing of the guards.
Yeah.
So the animated feature film nominees are The Incredibles 2.
Ooh, that's a good movie.
Isle of Dogs, which I still really want to see.
Me too.
Mirai, Ralph Breaks the Internet, and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
So, and you think Spider-Verse is a clear-cut winner?
100%. That movie better win.
I cried during Wreck-It Ralph, though. I didn't cry during Spider-Verse.
Yeah, but it's original.
This is why you're not on the Academy.
So, segue. How do you become a part of the Academy?
You have to be invited into it.
How do you get... Okay.
You have to be in the industry and a well enough known... Well, not a well enough... I can't make this sentence work. Your career has to have been prestigious enough to be invited into the Academy of...
This is not application process?
No.
You can't apply. David, you're not... that ship has sailed, my friend.
It's a sociological experiment.
Yeah.
Exclusivity. It's funny because obviously this is an award show that essentially the industry funds to keep the industry relevant.
Yeah.
So,
true.
No wonder that, it's even the elite of the elite are making those decisions.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. I think Black Panther has no chance at winning Best Picture. I think Spider-Man better win for
Best Animated.
And I actually don't off the top. I'm looking at the list now. I'm trying to look at what else is nominated for visual effects.
Just to see how much competition Black Panther
we
really
have
has.
Avengers Infinity War, Christopher Robin, First Man, Ready Player One, and Solo.
Ooh, RPO was crazy.
Yeah.
Best costume design, I think Black Panther has a shot at that.
Let's see.
Ready Player One came out last year.
Yeah.
Came out 2018.
In March, I believe.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, I went to go see it. I was excited for it.
Yeah, I've watched it. It's on HBO right now.
Nice.
I watched it a couple times.
The book is still
HBO,
better, but movie was cool.
It was solid.
Yeah.
What else we got, Emma?
Let me switch back to my notes. We have potentially good news for Blizzard and potentially bad news for CD Projekt Red.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
A creative director from CD Projekt Red has left the company for Blizzard.
So, did they say what this person did or what? Like,
Well,
how worried should we be here?
Here's the thing.
Oh no.
You know what's coming.
I
Sebastian Stepien. So this is a quote from PC Gamer. Sebastian Stepien, who was a creative director on The Witcher 3, as well as a narrative and setting director on Cyberpunk 2077.
There it is.
He was one of the lead writers on Cyberpunk 2077.
It's pretty much all written.
That's the thing. So we don't know. We don't know if this is okay because the game is already written and done and we're all good, or if this is a problem because he left in the middle of the project.
When did you say it was going to come out again? Not until
There's
when?
no release date, so I don't think this movie's coming out. It's not coming out this year for sure.
Game. It's a game.
Right.
There's we were talking about a little bit about before the show. There's an amazing YouTube channel called Gamer Historian. And there's an episode of that about the Mario Brothers movie. And it's so eye-opening to how these studios can and will often fumble and let people write something, and it's probably amazing. And then they let someone else edit it for someone else's purposes or agenda, and then it gets rewritten again, and then the director's pissed off, and they bring in another writer. So hopefully what happens is it was far enough along where they just finished the man's writing. And it's not like, he fucking sucked. Carl, you fix all this shit we don't like because we need to make X, Y, and Z happen. If that happens, then you're in trouble. If it's like rewrites.
Carl gets called.
If Carl,
we're screwed.
Or maybe Carl makes a bomb-ass piece of content, but
maybe.
Nobody named Carl's ever done anything great.
Carl's Jr. I mean, it's pretty good.
Carl Malone.
Wow.
Damn, why did you guys prove me wrong so fast?
Good God. I mean, I don't know. This could be okay, and it could be fine. Because maybe maybe everybody around him knew enough about what was going on and has enough of the same.
So we're relying on his inner circle to finish it.
Yeah, because he wasn't the lead writer, but he was a lead writer on the project. He was a creative director and narrative director. So I'm like, I don't know. It depends. We just don't know how far along this fucking game is.
Right.
I want to know what's he doing at Blizzard. Is this Doom stuff, we think?
He took a creative director position.
For a particular game?
They haven't said. Just that he's in their California office.
Like, maybe that dude's the savior, like a game like Diablo needs. You know? Game's struggling
I'm not
now.
willing to sacrifice Cyberpunk 2077 for Diablo, though.
Not even on the chance.
No.
That it can
Circle
affect
gets the square.
No.
Yeah. Because we're going to get Diablo Immortal 2 on the iPad.
No, on the iPad Pro.
Only on the iPad Pro.
You all have iPads, right?
That's right.
Exclusively on Microsoft Surface.
Oh.
Exclusively on
NFL
Windows Phone.
tried that. It didn't go so well.
Yeah.
I don't know.
One story, I don't know if it's on the notes because I'm bad, and I'm going to change, Emma. I'm going to start reading the notes before the show.
I would appreciate that.
Is there Soulja Boy news?
There is.
Yes! Can we do that thing we did a couple episodes ago? Are you? Yes, every time there's a Soulja Boy story, that has to happen.
Thanks, I hate it.
And you would know with how this guy's wilding, like, we're going to be talking about him a lot this year.
Absolutely.
He's lost his fucking mind.
Oh, totally.
So what's up now?
Soulja Boy.
My favorite comment about this is the last time we posted about news. I'm going to give myself a gold star for this. Is we're talking about how crazy he is, and I was like, no one's crazier than Kanye. Soulja Boy, hold my beer.
Right.
Straight up.
This man needs help.
Yes, he does.
Soulja Boy needs help. All right, he's getting sued from every angle. All right, this is
Sue! No, okay.
This is just, I'm clearly vamping for time because I'm waiting for the thing to load.
I remember.
You were going strong.
I remember parts of it. So we could recap and go into the parts I know, and then she'll fill it in with real. Okay.
It just loaded.
Go ahead.
This is quite possibly my favorite headline that I saw today.
Oh, because this is
Soulja
two
Boy,
things you hate.
It is. Soulja Boy says his new console will have Fortnite. Epic says it won't.
I always see the quote that they got from Epic, and it's just
Nah, son.
Like, you're not welcomed in the gaming industry when a free-to-play game is like, please stay away from our game. Don't.
No, we cool.
Yep, we're good.
I saw someone playing it on an Ouya last week. I mean, so they license Fortnite to everybody,
but not so.
Well, and the thing is, like, Fortnite. Epic was kind of shady about their answer. Like, they threw some shade with their answer because they didn't say, no, it's not going to be on the Soulja console, or no, it's not going to be on the Soulja game. They said, quote, no, you can't play Fortnite on a rooted or jailbroken device due to anti-cheat measures.
Oh!
Damn,
So they didn't even call it a console.
Damn. No, they said a rooted or hacked device.
I mean, that's what we've been saying. That's all it is. It's this. He clearly has nobody helping him with information. I think they just go straight to him, and he's like, "Yeah, sounds great. You want your new console to have Fortnite? Hell yeah!" Like,
no, he has people helping him. It's us, but he doesn't want to listen to.
Yeah.
We keep telling him.
I wonder if at this point, if there's like people in his inner circle, and one of them's like, "No, we shouldn't be doing that." No, one's like, "No, hang on."
Yeah,
Let's
shut up.
Let's see what happens. This is so crazy. It might just work.
He missed my bonus last year. Then we'll see this. Let's see how this plays out.
I think
Drake.
Fortnite.
You guys like
video
we're
killed
on
me.
Fortnite. Who said that? That was a really good idea.
Emma said last week that one of her resolutions was that she's not going to say no to opportunities. Soulja Boy took that.
That's not what I said. But go.
Oh, pretty much. Like, you're gonna be. Soulja Boy took that to the limit.
Yeah.
If you just walk up, because I've seen various interviews like this too, where they're like, "Hey, what do you think about getting into esports?" Hell yeah. Who are you gonna sign? Ninja. Like, he just, he just tells everybody what. Yeah. Of course I'm gonna have an esports team. Duh.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah.
Are you gonna
Drake does it.
Yeah. And they're gonna win everything. Like, he just is always. I love this guy.
I think we need to. We talked before the show. We had meetings and stuff like that. I talked about what events we want to go to. I think we need to pinpoint ourselves at an event with Soulja Boy. All right, so we have this idea for a podcast. We're gonna be the Soulja Boy podcast.
The Soulja Cast.
The Soulja Cast.
Soulja Cast. No,
that's his Dreamcast. Show broken.
Sad thing is that, like, he's not like whoever's actually making these things is gonna put like a Fortnite clone or somehow get it on there. And
Yeah, it's good call.
He doesn't
Realm
know.
Royale.
What's the Paladin's version of Fortnite?
Realm Royale?
Paladin. Yeah, it's Realm Royale. Did you ask that question on purpose?
No.
Well, I guess there's one person that Fortnite won't have to worry about them suing him for their dance, and that's Soulja Boy.
Yeah, Soulja Boy.
They're not gonna put the crank out in there.
That would be the ultimate, like, F you.
Ooh,
Is it
that
next
would be
week?
good.
They put out the Superman.
Yeah.
They put
The
out the Superman.
Superman.
Dang. Do it. Do
Epic.
it, Fortnite.
Epic. We know you guys listen.
We'll be on your side, I swear to God.
Oh my God. I'll become a pro Fortnite player.
All of us are like, Carlton needs to get his.
Yeah.
Soulja Boy's like, nah.
It's rough.
Yeah.
This is so. I'm looking at this article again, and so I think my favorite part of it is the shade from Epic.
Totally.
But whoever wrote this is an article from Metro, and this quote: "It's not clear whether Soulja Boy genuinely doesn't understand the concept of emulation and piracy, or if he's purposely trying to pull the wool over his fans' eyes. But the website for his console was taken down shortly after he claimed he wasn't scared that Nintendo would sue him."
It's so weird. Like, I in music, which is one of the industries where people steal and copy from each other the most. I mean, sampling is a thing. How does he not understand licensing and permission? If you do not have the permission from a company to put their software on your device, what makes you
Well,
think
and he's
you
out
can
here
just
going
do
on
it?
these podcasts talking about how Drake stole from him.
Right, but he's turning around
And
and
he's gonna
stealing
do the
from
same
Nintendo.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing the same thing.
Drake.
Drake? Nintendo?
Nintendo? Fortnite? That was...
Drake.
I want a Nintendo version of that where Nintendo's just like, I created Soulja Boy.
That would be so good.
Have Reggie out there?
Oh my gosh. Oh, Reggie that would be too good if Reggie came out and did a skit like that.
Reggie would be bodying folks in real life.
He would.
The
You know
dude's-
what?
He walked past me at E3. The dude is legitimately like...
Dude, he looks like an ogre. He looks
Yeah.
big as hell.
He looked... Yeah, he could palm you like a basketball and just like...
Oh.
Yeah.
It makes me uncomfortable.
You know what he's...
Yeah.
It would make me
Does.
uncomfortable
Yeah.
too.
You see those things where Bigfoot's like palming a giant boulder?
Yeah.
Like, that's Reggie. Like, he's just Fuck that was him over there just doing some activities in the woods.
Calisthenics.
He's a beast.
Sasquatch.
So as long as we're on the topic and we're talking about Fortnite and Epic and getting sued, they've got another lawsuit on their hands.
Oh gosh, another dance.
Another dance.
Who is it now?
Somebody I've never
Soulja
heard
Boy.
of. Nothing. Okay, I swear to God, nothing has made me feel as old in my life as reading this article did.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's saying something.
I know, it's saying
you're-
something.
You're significantly younger than
You're
the
the
rest
youngest
of us.
person in here, so
I am.
He's an old soul.
Blockboy JB
Oh shit!
is the most
No.
recent addition to Epic's list of lawsuits.
I knew that guy was coming.
What did he? So which dance?
So this is a quote from The Verge, known as hype in the Fortnite community. Shoot is one of the most popular emotes that millions have. This is not a sentence, Verge. You wrote this wrong, and now I'm reading it wrong. Popular emotes that millions
one
of people
Verge.
have seen performed. It requires the dancer to swing their arm and leg back and forth in a choreographed motion. Blah 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 blah
Oh,
blah.
that's the one. Okay,
yeah,
I
it's like
know
the
that
big one where like you're like hopping on one leg and you look like you're having a seizure, and
Yeah.
everybody looks really fucking stupid doing it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, no, that's the floss. I think
Everybody looks stupid doing that.
that's the worst one. I could safe to say.
Okay, almost.
Everybody
do
looks
the floss.
stupid doing all these dances. Let's be
yeah,
real.
straight up. Yeah.
Y'all look like idiots.
Forget we've seen you dab, so we're even.
Twitch clip.
There it is.
I hit my headphones when I did that.
Worth.
I don't have space for that. So this
Still
is
makes
one,
me as uncomfortable as it did when I was 8.
horrible. So this one, I guess you can't. It's not sold on its own. Like you can't buy this one specifically, but it was included in the battle pass that you have to pay for.
Yeah, so that means they're like literally benefiting like off of the dance because they're
Yes.
selling the
Yes.
animation. Wow.
Yeah, and so the same guy, his lawyer is the same guy that's the lawyer for the Backpack Kid and for 2 Milli. So this
for
guy,
the
this
floss
guy
and
is just
everything.
like finding people. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm already suing him for these guys. You want to jump on?
Yeah.
We're about to get a fucking class action lawsuit.
That's smart. He's making a bunch of money.
What do you need, like 40 people to get a class action lawsuit together?
I think that's all you need.
Yeah,
They
but-
need to get Game of Thrones on there for that last event.
Oh,
Yeah.
the White Walkers.
Yeah, literally.
HBO, where you at?
Yeah, come on, man, we need you.
Yeah.
HBO might be like that
HBO
for
doesn't
promo.
have money for a lawyer. They're spending it all on Last Week Tonight hijinks.
Oh my god.
wax statues of presidents and
Yeah.
fucking
Hey, there's no
jock
bet-
straps.
There's no
From
better place to
Gladiator.
put your money than in the hands
That
of
show.
Oliver. What's
John
his name?
Oliver.
John Oliver's show probably uses all of its budget just from what it makes on YouTube alone. Like, screw what people are actually paying to watch through. Like, it is huge on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Comes back next month. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I can't
I've
wait.
missed
that
it.
show.
I've missed that man.
Yeah, he's good. I love him.
What else we got?
You'll enjoy this. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate made gaming history by becoming the fastest selling console exclusive game ever.
Let's
In
go.
London on a Tuesday.
Oh my god, it's weird because every time I hear about like how much it's selling or like how well it's doing, I get this strange like pride, like I own a part of it. I don't. Like I played this game. Masahiro Sakurai was awesome enough to bless us with this incredible game, but it's just funny because Street Fighter has always, like at the very least, always been that game where it's like that's the glass ceiling and you can't break through. You'll never be as popular or do as good as Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and other little games came along, but Smash was always the underdog. It was always the game that some of us played and some of us knew about, but it was never going to get big.
Yeah.
And then the scene had to build itself up, but to see it doing these numbers, it's like, I don't know. It feels good, and I feel like I'm a part of it, even though I'm only a part of it because I gave Nintendo my $60.
Yeah.
It's crazy though.
I think Street Fighter has lost its foothold like a lot recently too. Like with even Dragon Ball. Like if you just look at the sheer numbers at the events, like at the last Evo and just the hype from the crowd and everything, like Dragon Ball was the thing.
Yeah.
I hope it keeps it's heading into its world championship this weekend. It feels like they've had less events with the whole what was it, Bandai? Who came out?
Bandai Namco?
Bandai Namco,
Yeah, Bandai said put the kibosh on a lot of but it's sad because it had a really good scene, but Smash is picked right back up in there. Glitch 6 had 60K people watching it.
Oh my god.
And it didn't even have like everybody. Yeah, so Genesis is going to at least I'd imagine 100K
Totally.
because like that was 60K, and then Zero was streaming like his reactions to Glitch or something.
Yeah, 'cause he
and
wasn't
and he
there.
had 20K himself.
Yeah.
So he's actually going to be there. It's going to be the first major that everyone's going to be at.
Oh,
like,
totally.
As far as the esports scene, this is the most exciting time.
Oh, absolutely! I can't wait. I'm entering. I'm set up. Been practicing. And it's funny because like I knew I was gonna go to the next one, but it just so happened to be the one after Ultimate came out. So there won't be a better, like, this is gonna be the pinnacle almost in a way of like the new Smash. I'm just glad like I get to go and be amongst the people.
You're going to be there, man.
Yeah,
you're going to
absolutely.
be there.
I'm gonna be soaking it up. I'm gonna play Smash to my fingers break. It's gonna be great.
There is a slight asterisk on that. I don't know that it super matters, but it is for launch month. So it's the best launch month sales for any exclusive game ever. And the previous record was set almost 9 years ago by Halo Reach.
Really?
So it unseated Halo Reach.
That wasn't exclusive. That was
Xbox exclusive.
Xbox exclusive.
And
It doesn't have what I can't see. What this so it's an analyst report from VentureBeat, but they don't have the actual dollar sales, so I can't compare A to B. But the other thing that I think is really important about this to note is that they're comparing it against like whatever else was selling in December. So Red Dead, Call of Duty, Madden NFL, NBA 2K19, all these games that sold really well in December. All of these games include digital sales. Nintendo's doesn't. That's just physical sales.
Oh, because then my money's not even in there because I bought it digitally.
So
Me too.
digitally,
Yeah.
it fucking, like, if you add that in, this game fucking swept everything out of the goddamn water.
I have to say Nintendo is doing good things with this game in particular, and with their annual online thing being so cheap. And what they give you out of it, I think, was worth the price itself with their NES emulator.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine came over. We spent all night just going back on like old Donkey Kong and trying to beat our
Wait a minute.
scores over and over again.
That's included in the.
Yeah, you get a free download and they kind of rotate games through there. It's just different old retro games. So you get your money's worth, even if you're not like, oh, I'm not going to play online with people. Well, still they charge an arm and a leg for those emulators normally.
Yeah, I mean, and with even with the price of like what games are now, like if you were, if you go get a Retron or if you do grab the console, just 2 or 3 games is going to be the price of what the membership is for the year. It's only $20.
Yeah, $20.
No.
Good on you, Nintendo. I'm proud.
Good for them.
Absolutely.
Doing good things for the
And even old Nintendo games are doing quite well. As there was that Donkey Kong 64 live stream that went a little crazy this week.
Oh,
I didn't hear
Missed
about
that.
this. What is this?
So this guy, H Bomber guy, I believe, was doing a Twitch stream for. So basically, the premise of it was that he, as a kid, played Donkey Kong 64 and realized he'd never beaten it. In his old files, he could see that he had 59 hours of playtime, but only 69% of the game complete.
Okay.
And he was like, well, I want to stream this. And then a couple things happened. So he's from the UK, and I guess some comedian got really pissed off that a trans rights charity was getting money from the government and, said some horrible things. And he was like, you know what? Fuck this guy. I'm going to play Donkey Kong and raise money for the same charity that he's talking shit
That
about.
was a trans rights thing. Okay.
So he raised money. He raised for a UK charity called Mermaids UK, which helps transgender youth and, is part of the fight for transgender rights.
Mm-hmm.
And it got a little insane.
To say the least.
There were some appearances on there that people did not expect.
Yeah, and I'm going to just say it right now. AOC. I can't even say the full thing without sounding stupid. What's how's her name? Pronounced?
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Yes, that one. I would like to lay out a formal invitation, Alexandria or Ocasio-Cortez.
She's never coming here now. If she ever hears this, I'm so sorry.
She's probably dealt with it her whole life. She knows it's a hard name.
Alexandria is a hard name.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Say it again, Emma.
Oh, we are bordering real close.
Say it one more time.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Ocasio. That's the one I forgot.
You're the worst.
Alexandria.
Let's get the hell out of this hole.
I will.
Anyway,
I will. Hold on.
So
I'm not done digging. Okay,
through a series of events, she did end up being part of it. So I can't even get a handle on how she became aware of it. Basically, Aaron Sorkin made some comment earlier in the day on the news about how like this new group of Democrats needs to stop acting like young people, or they need to stop acting like whatever. And so she kind of went on a Twitter rant. She was like, this is why you're out of touch with your base or with all of these people. And she ended it by promoting a Twitch stream. And she's like, here's a Twitch stream that's raising money for trans rights. And then everybody, like the guy streaming was made aware of it. Chelsea Manning, another trans rights activist, was also calling into the show and was made aware of it. And everybody kind of started tweeting at her. And she called him up and was on the stream.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Yay.
And then she put out a tweet, highlighting it. And she's already been in the news for wanting to give other Democrats their Twitter training to get them on her level. And then she put out a follow-up tweet. It's like, I can't wait to start my classes on Twitch.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
So yeah, she got on and she was talking about she was talking about trans rights, and she was talking about her experience with legislation in the U.S. But she was also talking about video games, how much she loved Donkey Kong 64, how much she couldn't afford the systems when she was a kid. She didn't have them in her house, but her cousin did, so she could go over and play it. And she was like, yeah, these are my favorite games. The N64 was my favorite system. I think it was the best out of all of them.
Okay, you guys have done it before. When you need to do it again, tweet at her, tell her to be on the show.
She is not going to be on the show. She has better things to do. She just got put on the House Appropriations Committee. Like, she's got shit to do.
She can appropriate.
She don't have time for us. No. She does not have time for us. All right. She's got more important things to do, and we have to appreciate those things.
But we can still bug her anyways. If you guys are listening to this and you guys want to see Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, did I do it?
Easiest one.
Did I do it? Hey, let's go.
A little applause.
Thank you, everybody. Tweet her. Email your congressperson. Tell them you want them on Video Game Bang. It doesn't even have to be a popular one like her. Like, just get us any senator. If you're in a state and you want your senator on our show, can you imagine?
Or House Representative. We'll take
House Representative. Let's get Pelosi. Just come on in.
She's way
Speaker
too
of the
busy. Yeah, that is.
Nance.
Nance.
I know Nance. We go way back.
Nance goes way back. She's a
What's
California.
I mean, that
Nance?
doesn't mean she's not a representative.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Okay.
But you just went straight to the top.
Maybe we shoot our site. Maybe we need to work up. We just start with like the mayor. Do we know?
Do you know who your representative is?
Feinstein? Am I right?
Your representative, not your senator.
Oh.
Damn. She was mad for a second that you got it right. And she's like, no, hang on.
No, I was waiting for him to catch on.
Oh, no, he's not going to catch on.
The difference between a representative and a senator.
I don't know.
Do you know what the difference is between a representative and a senator?
Well, I know I know who we were just talking about. Pelosi's a California one, right? Is that who?
Yeah, she's Pelosi is a...
This is just becoming how bad are we at politics. I can tell you video game shit, but we're getting...
Well, it's a good thing that we're a video game podcast.
I'm going to need you guys to prep me, though, when we get AOC on the show.
Representatives are in the House.
Uh-huh.
Senators are in the Senate.
Is there a fucking song I can hear?
Yeah.
Actually, yes.
There is.
Actually,
Schoolhouse
yes.
Rock.
Schoolhouse Rock.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm just a bill
Sitting
on
here on Capitol Hill.
Political game bang.
something.
Political bang. No.
No. That happens enough in Washington. Hey-oh!
Does it? I never heard that.
I don't know. Sex scandals all the time.
Anyway, the stream raised $340,000.
Holy shit!
Damn!
We didn't even get there yet.
That's a horrible sound.
That's so uncomfortable.
It could no. I was talking about this. So
She's uncomfortable when he's making this sound.
no, you guys are listening to it all wrong. I have this soundboard because it is the most multifaceted one on here. It could represent anything. You could say like, "Whoa, check her out."
Whoa! No!
That's only one interpretation.
One or.
Yeah.
Or
it could be like, and then he kicked him in the ding ding.
I hate every direction this has gone.
And or it could even be something like way even lighter, like $500.
This is why we will never have Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Because Yoshi takes a dump 5 times on every podcast.
That's the other use. Thank you. That's a whole nother use.
That's on you, Curtis. That one's on you.
Sorry, guys. Well, there goes AOC.
I've been sitting on the toilet, and then next to you. Sorry, that was the last one.
In that water splash.
That's where it came from. Thank you.
Stop, Curtis.
Sorry, I
Cory.
couldn't help it. It was Eddie Murphy.
It was Eddie Murphy.
Your real Linda is showing.
No. Oh, okay. We'll get her on the show. I'm serious. If you're listening and you want to see that
and
happen,
you know what?
Twitter.
You know what? She has so many more important things to do that if she was here, I'd be like, what are you giving up to be here right now?
You know what I would ask her?
Probably sleep.
You know, one of the things I would like to hear her opinion on, and it probably exists, but I want to hear it from her, is I guess I actually did like put a little like daydream thought, like, what if we did have her? What would we talk about?
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk to her about accountability online. That's one of the things that I think is going to be. I don't know if it's going to happen soon or in the next 5 years or maybe 10 years, but accountability online is super important, and it is a super tricky, sticky situation. Because I think back to Emma's story about being 13 and getting unsolicited pictures on Xbox.
Yeah,
and I'm like, that should be illegal. And that
because even if they were solicited, on
True.
True.
I
Yeah.
was 12. It's still illegal.
Yeah, no, true. Like that's for a different reason, but but anything you do online, pedophilia, like they have to catch a predator. But like,
But it's a double-edged sword.
Why is that? Why is To Catch a Predator for the digital world not a thing?
it should be. I love that show. It's a
It's
guilty
probably just
pleasure.
because it's so hard to fucking find these people.
It's a guilty pleasure.
The thing with that, though, too.
Not as guilty as those guys.
Is,
Hey, she deserves a.
no, she doesn't.
No, whatever it is now.
Let's go to Emma camera.
That is a horrible sound
That was a
for that.
beautiful joke. No, we just want to admire the joke. Like, look at her. Look at her on the camera. If you're watching on Twitch.tv, you can see how angelic she is. Oh, now she's flipping us off. And now her tongue is out. Okay.
The thing with that, though, like accountability on the internet, like just playing devil's advocate here, it's a double-edged sword because in order for that 13-year-old to be on the internet, all their information is out there too. So you want your child's information out there because they want to play Fortnite. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like
We got shit to talk about, AOC.
Yeah.
Alexandria Orozco-Cortez.
so close.
so close. You were.
It was.
Did I mess it up again?
This is racist. This is just.
It's not racist. It's a hard name.
That's namist.
That's a hard name. What else we got?
You need to start watching Narcos again, Cory. Your Spanish is getting rusty.
I mean, it's a Latin name, but it's not like a Spanish word. Like,
Well,
it's a name. And I'm not. How many? What is the middle one again?
Ocasio.
Ocasio. How many Ocasios have you known?
3.
No, you haven't.
You don't know. You don't know my life.
It's also not a middle name.
Okay.
It's a hyphenated last name.
I know, but still, like that name isn't like in my. If it was like Jonathan, I'd be like, oh yeah, Alexandria Jonathan Cortez, because that's a name in my head.
Be interesting. That's an
You're
interesting
all
Oh
last
my
name.
God! Why? Now we know the name of the episode, so we can move to the next story.
That's what we're naming the episode.
Yeah, it's gonna be Alexandria
I guess I just find a picture of her.
Ocasio.
Were you about to say O Coliseum?
You got him.
Yeah. Holy shit! Is this Blue's Clues? How did you? Like,
You gotta find another paw print. That's the third clue. Put it in your notebook, and then it's Blues Clues.
oh my God.
He's gonna get the big marker out.
Yeah. Do we have any other things, or do we have to stall?
Do you remember how I said if you read the notes you'll know
And
when I don't have notes and you won't ask me about it? We won't have this awkward
100%.
band.
And then you remembered where I swear I would never do this again, right? This is the last time.
It's confession time. I literally was about to say, do we have another news story? I was like, nope, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Good Lord. Well, I guess we can just pack it up, guys. I think, we put in a hard...
We've insulted this woman enough for one night.
Yeah, no, we have...
Playin.
It's
Whattcha
she could come on the show, and then she can... then we can... Oh, no! Look at that!
I told you. I've
Oh,
been,
my
Emma,
God.
I've been warning you. I've been looking at you saying it's
Oh.
going to be Playin. Every time he says, well, I guess we can, pick it up, and his voice gets higher pitched and longer syllables as he's trying to find the right button to push.
He knows me.
I don't see you. I can't see your face, so I have to figure out what you're doing by your voice because I got monitors in front of me.
He knows me. He knows me too well. That is, of course, the What You Playing theme song. Curtis has been not here enough, so he's definitely in last place. Emmaskies, keeping on pace with last year, but David Webb, like a phoenix from the ashes, in first place. So we're gonna let you go first.
I might lose points with this one. So I haven't really been playing a whole lot. Played more KOTOR, and then I played more. I wrapped up this. Oh no, I did more of the second.
Get to the game. What have you been playing?
Spider-Man.
Thank you.
I did more of the side stuff for the second part of the DLC.
Nice.
And did you uncover anything that makes this unique? Because I've lost all interest in this DLC based off of everyone's lukewarm responses. And then when I found out that it's all going to be based around Black Cat, I was really
no, this one did not mention Black Cat at all. The middle one has nothing to do with Black Cat.
No spoilers. I haven't played it yet.
No, there's no spoilers. But in terms of like repetitiveness, I mean, I did find myself when I was playing it, I got to a point where I was like, I don't really want to go into this warehouse and beat up 6 waves of guys. I just don't feel like doing that.
Each incrementally getting harder.
Yeah.
That's part of that immersion of video games. It's like, all right, let's send out the weak guys. Go, 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 go.
Right.
All right, he fucked them up. All right, let's get a little bit more guns, guys, and then we'll go out again.
Just start with the strong ones.
Yeah, or just everybody come out at once.
Everybody comes out at once.
I couldn't beat that, like, in the game.
Really?
If they all came out at once?
Oh, I thought you meant the ones they had.
You know what?
Oh, no, in the game, no, it got too easy and boring and
Yeah.
repetitive.
I've had 3 or 4, not 3 or 4, 2 or 3 waves out at once. And that starts getting pretty tricky. It's a lot of like fight, and then into the rafters, dodge a bit to like get health up,
back,
and then jump back in, and hopefully your web around.
The guys at the end, what the fuck is that company called? Silver Sable's company.
Yes.
Those guys by the end of the game were kicking my ass when they would come out like too quickly if you don't beat them all fast enough.
Oh yeah.
And there's too many of them, and there's like 4 of those guys that have like the fucking orange things. Yeah.
And then you have fucking
the whip guys. I fucking hated them.
Oh,
what's his name?
Oh, I know
Whiplash.
Mickey.
Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke out there with the whiplash.
And then you got the flying dudes too. That's
And
the
then you got
same
the flying-
organization. Yeah.
And then
Those
you got
guys
The
were
flying
good.
dudes weren't too bad. It was the ones that had the weapons, like the whips and the things that they would throw at you, and it would like lasso you.
Oh yeah, that or the ones with the shield, and they don't fly or anything; they just charge with the shield.
Would you rather see? Okay, here's the question, guys.
Here we go.
This is
Lay it on me.
why I'm here. I asked the tough questions. If you guys
Say the tough names too.
if you guys had to choose, Insomniac Games asked you, it's like, hey, we could either continue the Spider-Man PS4 story, or we can build it into the Spider-Verse game next.
Spider-Verse.
Really?
Yeah.
You'd cut this one off on the cliffhanger that they gave you, and the.
Well, I don't know if it's a cliffhanger though, to be honest.
Well, I mean, kinda like they. I guess you're right.
It was the main game.
I mean,
ended...
you could just put this into a Spider-Verse. Like this could easily go into the next one. The only thing that changes is that Miles knows who Peter is
Already.
So
yeah.
and all that would do is make that emotional. It would make the emotional impact that much bigger. That's the only thing it would change.
So, now we're blending the fantasies here into one.
Because so you're okay. So what you think the cliffhanger is? Because I'm just thinking about it. What you think the cliffhanger is
that Miles
continues through the DLC.
I thought it was going to.
So I mean, in a sense, I mean that's not the last you hear of it. I should say.
Okay.
I'm also being careful not to spoil the Spider-Verse movie.
It's been out long enough.
Has it been out long enough yet?
I think it's been out long enough.
It's still in theaters.
All right,
I want to go
be
see
nice.
it again.
We'll be nice.
I'm gonna go see it again on Friday. I'm hype.
Emma, you had to choose though. Insomniac Games either makes PS4 Part 2 or Into the Spider-Verse game.
I don't see why that can't be the same thing.
That's not an answer.
Could be
Not an
mutually
option.
exclusive.
I didn't say ABC.
No, here's the tough question though. I'm gonna take your question and toughen it up a bit. Instead of this or Spider-Verse, do we want to continue Spider-Man, or do we want to bring in another Marvel game like Iron Man?
Well, we're already getting an Avengers game.
But like this?
We haven't seen anything yet.
That's what I'm saying though. It's
No,
like
it's
something
one of
like
the,
this.
Wasn't it Deadly Alliance, or it's one of the Alliance games?
Oh, okay.
No, it's like a brand new Avengers title from.
You're talking about for the one that's exclusive for Switch?
No.
There's another one.
Yeah, there's like a full-fledged Avengers game coming from Eidos Montreal.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Oh, wow.
Then I
Even better.
I want that to be like Spider-Man. I want to go through the city and feel like I'm Iron Man.
You want to feel like Spider-Man?
No.
Is that
No.
all you want from a game?
I've already felt like Spider-Man.
Like
I want to feel like Iron Man now.
I want to feel like the Hulk, all right? I just want to smash some shit.
Ultimate
I
Destruction.
I want
much-
that emotional turmoil.
It's pretty much you in a nutshell, actually.
Oh yeah, Hulk Ultimate
bigger.
Destruction is actually a hidden gem. Did you play that one, Emma?
No.
Because it was available on. Was it original Xbox? I can't remember, but you have both anyways. You have the Xbox and the 360. That would be one worth going back because at the time of open world superhero games, it was on par with like the best Spider-Man had to offer at the time. Like you felt like Hulk.
Wow.
And no, I don't say that lightly.
No, don't. Or you can get the mod for GTA.
Yeah.
GTA.
Let's go, PC gamers.
So really quick, when you say I don't say that lightly, or you're like I never say this. And what's the thing that he always says? And he says
It's a love letter.
A love letter. So there's an episode of Bob's Burgers I was watching, and they like mimicked him when he was like, "It's the principle of the thing," and they all said it. He goes, "What? I never say it's the principle of the thing," and it cuts to like 10 times where he's saying it's the principle of the thing.
You're my family and I love you, but you're all terrible.
Every time I hear that, I'm like, oh, that's Cory.
There's a lot of correlations between this show and Bob's Burgers, it sounds like. Let's go round robin very quickly around the table. Curtis, what you been playing?
Well, you already know what I've
You've
been
been playing Smash Bros. Playing Super Smash Bros.
Playing Super Smash Bros. 5.
Look out for Curtis at Genesis, man.
Yes, look out for me, man.
Genesis.
Emmaskies.
Halo 2 on Legendary, which is so much harder than any of the other Halo games.
Oh yeah, no, it's
Kill me. It's horrible.
They're all pretty tough. They definitely did not give any leniency, but that is definitely when the game was in its most hardcore.
One on Legendary was super doable. It took me 3 streams. Boom, boom, boom. Done. This one is kicking my ass.
Yeah.
All right, the par time, we're using competitive score. So the par time for these levels, 15 minutes. One level took us 2 hours and 49 minutes last night.
Are you guys using the noob combo?
Yes!
Really? And it's still...
With the plasma rifle and then the battle rifle?
The plasma pistol, it's all
and the battle
charged
rifle.
up. Switch the battle rifle.
I try it, it doesn't work.
And you got to use swords. Like you gotta...
Swords are not one hit on Legendary. It took me 3 hits to take down an honor guard.
Oh well, then you're fucked because they can one hit you.
Yep. With the same fucking weapon.
Yeah, with the same.
Oh
weapon.
yeah. Oh yeah. That was a big one last night. I'm mad about it.
Man, that's such a great game.
What you been playing?
I have been playing the game of life. Everybody. No, I've been playing Magic the Gathering again. I'm really back into Magic Arena.
Oh,
nerd.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm actually gonna start streaming it. I've been inspired to start streaming. What? It's a good game, Emma. You'd enjoy it, I think. That's our show. Thank you guys so much for listening. You could follow us on the social medias, Twitter, Video Game Bang. You can follow us on Twitch TV. We talked about it before. You can watch us live, see our faces. And that is twitch.tv/videogame_bang. And then if you're in here already and you want to catch up on past episodes, we got you covered, bro. Go to iTunes, go to Spotify, go to Audio Boom, go any of those places, and you can rate the show. We need them 5 stars. Emmaskies, let's talk about your little fun cosplay tutorial teaching debut happening on Saturday.
I'm totally not scared at all. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
I am hosting a cosplay crash course, the very first of a continuing series at Oblivion Comics and Coffee this Saturday at 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. And this class, as it is the first one, and it is the introduction, it is going to be a clear-cut cosplay 101. What is cosplay, and how do you get started?
And don't be afraid. This is the exact time, if you don't know anything about cosplay, if it intimidated you at this point, that's the point. That they're looking for people like you. And then also, if you're already a grizzled veteran and you're just looking to hang out with more cosplayers and talk about the things you love, like, it's perfect for you too.
Yes.
It's fun for all. And then I assume they're going to get more complicated as you go, right?
Yes, we will have, it's all going to be like relatively, for the moment, all of our classes are going to be 101 classes, but we're going to move on to props and wigs and patterning and a little bit of sewing, and we're going to kind of just work through everything that you need to do a cosplay.
Should I bring a notebook?
You can if you would like.
Will the PowerPoint slides be available for download at a later date?
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to put together like an online resources of like, here's everything we talked about and here are websites you can go to.
Oh my gosh.
I like it. I said that as a joke, but I like it.
You can catch me and Curtis at Genesis going on not this weekend, but the next weekend. I'll probably be there for the main event on Sunday, but you'll be there all weekend.
All weekend, man. I'll be there. Come check me out. Get whooped up in Smash Bros. I ain't winning the tournament, but I'll whoop you up. What's up?
Ooh, we'll get money match, right?
I don't know about all that.
Go on.
No, we can
Where's
money
that
match. I'm
Doesn't
bringing
want
my
to
coins.
put money where his mouth is.
No, because that's money's so dirty. Of course, I'd never.
I have a hilarious story about that, actually.
No,
And we can talk about that in the after show, which is another great thing. That's why you should be here, people. We love you so much. Have a great week. We will talk to you this Saturday. For Emmaskies, David Webb, Curtis Fisher, my name is Cory, saying, you've just been banged. We're still alive. What's going on, everybody? What's good? Thank you so much.